Hi all, my name is Rada. I'm from Montenegro, a small country in the southeast of Europe on the Mediterranean. Today I will be talking about verse 6 from Luke's Gospel chapter 2, and first I will read it in Montenegrin. Dok su bili tamo, došlo je vrijeme da se porodi. In the NIV we read, while they were there, the time came for the baby to be born. This verse of course talks about imminent birth of Jesus. Joseph and Mary finally arrived in Bethlehem from Nazareth after a long and difficult journey. Google Maps predict around 33 hours of non-stop walking, but of course they didn't take into account Mary being heavily pregnant or them having to walk with other people and even children. We are not sure how long they were in Bethlehem when the time finally arrived for the baby to be born. I imagine those few days being very, very busy for the family. We know that Joseph is originally from Bethlehem, so he already had family there. But of course, his immediate family from Nazareth would have come with him as well. So there would have been loads of hustle and bustle. Often we read about Jesus' birth as a very lonely affair for Mary and Joseph, but that would be very unlikely. In many cultures, having a first child is a big deal. Do you remember how exciting it was when you were about to have your first child, or your first niece or nephew, or your best friend's first child? In those days, they didn't have scans, so they couldn't find out about the sex of the baby. But Joseph and Mary, of course, knew that they're having a boy. They even knew the name. Every new parent thinks that their child is very special, but Joseph and Mary won that contest hands down. If this story was happening in Montenegro, the women will be telling Mary off every time she did something they deemed unsafe or unsuitable for a pregnant woman to do. They'll be telling her what to eat, what not, how to sit, all sorts of things. They will be cleaning the place where the baby is going to sleep. Neighbors and relatives will be coming with small gifts, small pieces of clothes, all sorts of things like that. Loads of parenting advices would be given, and they, of course, would be guessing whether the baby is a boy or a girl according to the position of Mary's belly, and they would be suggesting names. There is no such a thing as privacy in my culture, and definitely there would not be in almost first century Palestine. The men, on the other hand, would be preparing some kind of celebrations, however humble they might be. Everyone would be bringing the best of food and drinks they had in the house, and there would definitely be music and dancing. At the point of birth, the men would be escorted out of the house, and the woman would assume the role of midwife. Once the baby is born, the celebration would start and would last for days. But that is a story for tomorrow. May God bless you as we anticipate the birth of our Saviour.